HarperWave and HarperAudio present The Energy Paradox. What to do when your get up and go has got up and gone. By Stephen R. Gundry, MD. This is the author. A note before we begin. Don't forget to download the accompanying enhancement PDF from your audiobook provider or go directly to www.harpercollins.com/audio/The Energy Paradox. It contains food lists, recipes, a sample meal plan, and more, and will be referred to throughout as the enhancement. To essential workers everywhere, let's get you some more energy now. Introduction. I just don't have it in me. Confession. I had absolutely no intention to write this book. The idea of writing about energy didn't fit into my plans. But then I received a phone call last year that I just couldn't stop thinking about, and everything changed. I had been driving to a television studio in Orange County, California, where I was scheduled to do one of my favorite extracurricular activities, appear on a fundraising segment for public television. As I got close to my destination, a phone call came in over the car's speakers. The producer told me that Kathy, a PBS presenter who was supposed to interview me on air, wouldn't be able to make it in. Did something serious come up? I inquired, concerned for her and a little curious how we'd pull off the segment. The producer replied, "She's really sorry. She said she's been feeling like her energy has evaporated lately, and today it hit her like a Mack truck. She'd like to reschedule. She just doesn't have it in her to work today." That simple phrase reverberated in my mind for a good few days. She just doesn't have it in her. As a restorative medicine physician, I am accustomed to the majority of my patients reporting fatigue as one symptom among many, typically mentioned in a weary aside after a list of more pressing complaints. These days, about 70% of the patients in my centers for restorative medicine in Santa Barbara and Palm Springs, California, come for treatment of autoimmune conditions that have befuddled a series of doctors and specialists. I am never surprised that these folks, the patients I will always be grateful to for inspiring my first paradox book, The Plant Paradox, feel like they're running on empty. After all, autoimmune conditions are by their very nature fatiguing because rampant inflammation, which is both a cause and a consequence of autoimmunity, is exhausting. I've helped so many of these patients restore their health from the ground up and in the process reclaim their lost energy, that I'm afraid I quite took it for granted that fixing the underlying causes of disease was part and parcel of fixing energy levels. Regaining energy was a natural byproduct of fixing what ails you. Energy comes back. That inner pep returns. Call me an optimist, but I had always put more focus on the bounce back than I had on that inevitable low starting point. But that phone call about Kathy helped me to clarify something that suddenly felt bracingly relevant. I've been an energy doctor for decades. I just hadn't seen it that way, because that had been eclipsed by the more headline-grabbing stuff. The big-ticket items of cardiology, cardiothoracic surgery, and autoimmunity, as well as aging and longevity, that take up more airtime in our current health conversation. The thing is, all of these health issues are intimately connected. Your baseline of energy, your resilience against diseases, your ability to live long and prosper, you cannot separate any of them from the other. And as the COVID-19 pandemic has proved, we can't take our resilience for granted any longer. So while she doesn't know it, Kathy inspired me to start thinking more about energy and how we lose it. As I investigated the strange levels of fatigue plaguing people of all ages, it became clear to me that almost everyone experiences this unfortunate scenario to some degree today. I'm not talking about the sleep deprivation that comes after a night of caring for a newborn, or the wooziness that accompanies traveling across time zones, or the physical depletion that comes after a grueling workout. These are all situations
Sample complete. Ready to continue?